Hello, everyone. Welcome to our course, Email Calendar Management. Sorry, once again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our course. The course is Email and Calendar Management. And today I'm excited to host this for you. And my name is Mishgon. Just call me Mitch. That's much easier. So I am Mitch. So I am a content marketer for B2B and SaaS companies. SaaS goes as software as a service. I've worked for several tech startups in US, Europe, and Singapore, and I am passionate about marketing and growth hacks, and I led content marketing team. And also I'm building my own consultancy in B2B marketing. So I have worked in big companies and small companies, and I've also seen the role of a VA, and I've personally had a chance to work with some of the VAs, virtual assistants, and to see what kind of impact, what kind of benefits they bring to the company. And today I am excited to share some of the insights, some of the tips for you interested virtual assistants. That could help you to boost your virtual assistant business and your virtual assistant career. Let's go. So I would love to connect if you want to know a bit more about, working in a startup, about marketing in a startup. And if you're interested in marketing strategies and entrepreneurships and the insights about the companies, definitely follow me on LinkedIn. And I share weekly content on marketing expertise and growth strategies as well. Okay, let's go. So for this course, we're going to discuss about introduction to email and calendar management. What is it in the first place? Then we're going to study about why email and calendar management are important. What is the purpose? Then we're going to discuss about the crucial importance of virtual assistants. This is something that the path that you're undertaking, so we need to discuss about this as well. We're going to discuss about email management essentials and also the calendar management essentials. And at the end, there's going to be some bonus tips for you that could be helpful for your journey as a virtual assistant. Upon completion of this course, you will understand the importance of email and calendar management, and also define your role as a VA. You will have some email management skills and calendar management skills. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What is email management? So email management refers to the process of efficiently managing and organizing and handling email communications, both for personal and professional purposes. So effective email management is very crucial, so that the company that you're working for, let's say the entrepreneur that you're working for, so that that person stays organized, they save time, and they ensure that they don't miss important messages, important emails. So why is email management important? If there is an effective and very good quality email management, this significantly reduces the stress and overwhelming feeling associated with email overload. As entrepreneurs or even as a company owner, the CEO, as a founder, you have a lot of emails coming, right? Some emails could be from some important clients. Some emails could be from, I don't know, just some promotions that nobody cares about. Some emails could be coming like spams, some pitches, and there's a lot going on, and it's really overwhelming, and it's important that your client doesn't miss anything important, right? So effective email management allows your client to focus on important tasks, on important emails, and ensure that they do not miss any important email in their inbox, right? Okay. Let's go to the next one. Next one, we have what is calendar management. So calendar management is also integrated in the email. It's part of it. So calendar management refers to the process of efficiently organizing and scheduling events, appointments, tasks, and activities on a calendar. This skill is super essential for both personal and professional life. It helps individuals and organizations plan and allocate their time effectively. You know, sometimes as an entrepreneur, as a founder, you need to know what is on your agenda. You need to know what is happening. When is this time blocked? Is there any overlap? If, for example, you're invited for some client meeting, you're invited for the investor meeting, you need to make sure that you don't have any overlap with other events. And this is your role as a VA, as a virtual assistant, to keep track of your client's calendar and ensure that there's no overlap and that everything is smoothly organized. Okay. So the question is why? Why is calendar management important? Effective calendar management is key component of time management. You know, most of us struggle with time management, especially business owners. The thing is, business owners, they have their personal life, but then also they have their business. And if they cannot have a great time management, they cannot perform their best, they cannot, let's say, earn money, they cannot also manage their employees, right? So effective time management helps your clients, the founders, the business owners, to increase productivity, reduce their stress, and ensure that they make the most out of their available time. So your role as a virtual assistant is to basically help your clients who have a super messy schedule, who have a super messy email. Your role is just to put everything in an order, to tidy up. Imagine there's a founder who has a very cluttered, a very untidy room, and he needs to work, he needs to, you know, perform. And your role is just to put everything in an order, to tidy up the mess. This is basically your role as a VA. So the question is, why are virtual assistants important? For the same reason that I told you before, right? Businesses continue to demand virtual assistants because they can save two of the most important and precious things, time and money, right? Instead of me as a founder sitting down and trying to tidy my schedule, trying to tidy my email, I'd rather ask a virtual assistant to help me with that, so that I can focus on the business development. I can focus on bringing revenue and profit to my company, so that it gives them an opportunity to refine and streamline their processes. A good process, as a good flow in the business, is something that brings, like, saves a lot of money and brings money. Saves a lot of time and brings a lot of money. So your role as a virtual assistant, you're actually playing a huge role. You're bringing money and you're saving everyone's time. Okay, so now we're going to study about email management essentials. So these are one of the important things that I want you to learn. So first of all is how to delete and unsubscribe. Something that, you know, most of the founders, they receive a lot of unnecessary emails and also unnecessary lists that they're following. So how to delete and unsubscribe. We're going to learn how to label and color code, right? I'm going to explain more about this. We're going to learn about the start emails, what are start emails, and we're also going to go to email settings and play around the inbox type and auto reply and signature. These are essential things that as a virtual assistant, you need to know. Okay, so first we're going with the deleting and unsubscribing. So deleting and unsubscribing helps to keep the inbox free from clutter, free from unnecessary emails, so that important messages are not missed out. I will show you from my own email the things that, okay. I will show you from my own email. As you can see, here's my email, and let's say I want to delete some of the useless emails. And what I would do, definitely, you might be really familiar. I'm just going to click, let's say I want to delete maybe this one, right? So I'm choosing these two emails and I'm just clicking this trash button, which says delete, and I'm deleting these. So this is how you delete emails. Something super basic, but super important. Now, next is unsubscribing. Suppose I'm receiving, let's say, imagine this is the promotion side, right? But let's say if I receive this email on my primary inbox, let's say I want to unsubscribe from Grammarly, right? I'm receiving these deals from Grammarly, and as an entrepreneur, I don't need this because it keeps my email cluttered. So all I do is we just go down, all the way down, and we click unsubscribe here. So we're unsubscribing. Now it's going to take us to the next page where we need to click something. So we need to click unsubscribe from all email lists, right? We don't want to receive anything. We click update my preferences. Your preferences have been saved. So right now we are not going to receive any more promotional emails from Grammarly or any other. It could be any restaurants or anything that we have somehow ended up with. Okay, so this is how it works for deleting and unsubscribing. Next, what we're going to learn is about labels and colors. As you can see in this picture, right, we have labels and then we have colors, how to label and color code. So why are labels important? Because they help us, they allow us to create, they actually allow us to categorize and sort our emails into specific groups. So it's easier for us to find and access to important messages. Let me quickly show you on my own email how we do it. So let's say I constantly receive different emails, right? And let's say one email is from clients, right? So I will create, so here's on this side, right? On the left side, we're seeing the labels. We just push at the button that says create new label. We're pressing it, and then we say, please enter a new label name. So I say clients. I press clients, create. So now I've created a new label. Let's say another label I want to create is going to be called, I don't know, events. Because maybe my business is related to attending events. So I need to attend to events for networking. Again, I'm creating, and then another one could be investors. No, it really depends on your client, right? Probably their business is something else. So you will need to label and categorize according to what their business is doing and what is important for them. So now that we're creating the labels, so let's say here I have thousands of messages, and if I want to find this one important email for the client that I had the other day, right, and I don't want to go all the way there, right, so I'm going to go to this, Nevin, for example, right, and then I'm going to move this. So as we can see above, we have these icons. I'm going to press the labels icon, and then I need to choose which one of these. So I'm going to place it in the client's label. Done. So as we can see, if we're going to check, now it's saved there. So whenever I'm like, oh, I need to get back to this client, so I can just find this email inside the label, right? Yes. So we can similarly do this way with another. Let's say I'm going to put this one in an investor. So I'm going to press labels and I'm going to put it in the investors folder, right? So this is how I'm categorizing important emails into the labels so that I find them later. Now the important question is how to color code them. Coloring is important so that, you know, you see this sign that makes it even easier for you to find. So we're just pressing these three dots in front of the labels, right? Let's say clients. And then, as you can see, it's the very first option, label color. Let's say I'm choosing pink for clients, and then I'm going to choose blue for events, and then I'm going to choose orange for investors. So as you can see, these labels obviously make it more clear for me to find. Let's say if I'm scrolling down, I can see, oh, okay, that's where my clients are, that's where the investors are, and yes, basically that's how it works. Okay, let's get back. Now, after labels and colors, we are moving to start emails. So start emails, they're really important because we have a chance to immediately mark them as important. So this helps you to remember, this helps you to remember to get back to that email later. So let's say your client, you're managing the email of your client and they need to get back to this email today, right? So what you could do is, right, these are the stars. You can just, let's say, star this one, star that one, right? And then this way your client will know, okay, these are the start messages. It means I need to get back, right? So if we go on the left side, there is a star. So let's say your client will know that today I need to reply to the star messages. And when they click, right, we have these start messages. So then you open and then you have a chance to reply. So this is the other way to make them not to lose the important emails. Okay, next, the start emails are done. Another important aspect is email settings. Let me show you. So email settings is a really powerful tool, right? It allows you to add an email signature. It allows you to select which email you're notified about and also change other settings. So I will show you a few important things and fundamental things that you could do with start messages. So as you can see, this is the email layout, and on the top of the left, on the top of the right bottom, on the top of the right, I can select the settings. And once I'm selecting the settings, you can see that there are different ways to sort my emails. So one is the inbox type. This is the most common one that most of the founders and clients want to have is basically once they are coming to their email, they want to see, okay, what is it that they haven't read first, or what is it that they start first? What is it that they need to look in today, right? So let's say this is the inbox type. If I click important first, I'm clicking important first. So it's going to show me only the emails that have the label of important, right? So only these ones. So it doesn't matter if this is from a long time ago or from today. It's going to show me the important ones, and then it's going to show everything else, right? Or if your client prefers the unread first, right? You can make the settings. You click unread first over here, and it will show all the unread emails and then everything else. So this way your client can sit down and read them one by one. Or probably also you can go through them one by one and see which one is, where to put them, which one do you need to delete probably, which one do you need to inform your client to get back to. This is, again, another powerful setting. Okay, or we can choose the start first. If we choose the start first, it will only show us all the start emails and then everything else, obviously. And there's also different, like other ways. We can have multiple inboxes, for example. If we have multiple inboxes, it's going to show us the start, it's going to show us the drafts, it's going to show us all the other inboxes, right? It's really up to you how you want to arrange, up to you and up to your client, whatever they feel the most aligned with, whatever they feel the most organized, this is something that you can go with. Okay, so we can just click default if we want to just make it go back to normal. Default, right? Okay, so this is how to create the inbox type settings. Now, if we want to learn how to put the signatures, so signature is something, I'm not sure if I have any example of a signature here. So signatures is usually, if you go to the emails and then at the end, you will see that they have the name of a person and then the logo of the company below. This will help you basically to show that you're professional. And so how to actually, let's say if you were having your own virtual assistant business, you would also want to have maybe your logo, maybe, you know, your contact details so that it's more professional. So if you want to find how to add how to add the signatures. So we need to press on the other settings, right? See other settings. So we're going advanced, right? So here, let's go one more time. So settings, we're pressing settings. We're pressing see all settings. So it gives us more opportunity. We're scrolling down, down. And here we have the section that is called signature. So as we can see that I do not have any signature because this is my personal email. So I'm create new. And this is how I can create my signature. So for signature, you just need to write down your name. I'm going to write down my full name. This is my full name, Mijgan Bakhti. Okay, so this is just my signature, but I still haven't added my title. I still haven't added my logo. Let's say I will say head of marketing at SGBVA, right? So it shows me very professional. So if I'm communicating, let's say with clients, important stakeholders, students, right? I want to ensure that they know who are they talking about so that I come across as someone professional. So head of marketing at SGBVA, and you can see we can format it. Maybe I can make it go bold, right? It's really up to me. Yeah, there's so many things that can play around. And one of the really common things that people do, right? They also insert the logo. So if you want to insert the logo, you just click insert image and then go to upload section, select a file from your device. So I'm going to the desktop. Let's say this is the SGBVA course logo. So it's there. So as you can see, it's very big. I want to make it a bit smaller. So we have different choices, small, medium, large. Medium is still too big. I'm going to go with small. Okay. Head of marketing at SGBVA. And then at the end, we can add find us at Instagram. And then I can click this, right? And I can put the link of our Instagram, right? So let's say, I don't know, what is the link of the Instagram? Instagram SGBVA. This is just random. It might not be correct, but yeah, so this is how you can copy and paste the link. Okay, so once I've done this, I can preview this, right? It's really important to preview. So we do not have any opportunity to preview in here. So what I can do for now is just save. So I'm going down, as you can see, and I need to press save changes. Okay, so now I have saved changes. I want to test, right? So I'm just going to send an email to myself. I'm typing my own email. Let's say, hi, nice to meet you. Okay, this is just the test. Okay, so if you want to insert the email, and obviously your clients should also know how to do this. We go down, right? And we go below and we are seeing different icons here. So you need to choose this icon that is looks like a pen. So that indicates the signature. We're pressing this. Let me move this. Okay. So I will choose, so either no signature or Mijgan Bakhti. So I'm clicking on Mijgan Bakhti because this is what we created. there you are. So now I have my signature. So if I'm sending a long email, right, expressing my thoughts, expressing what I want, and at the end is going to be, okay, head of marketing in SGBVA, find us like more information. Okay, so this is how signatures work. I'm going to delete this. And another important aspect of settings is to create auto replies. So we're going to go to the CO settings site. So let me explain you what are auto replies. I'm going below. Going below. Okay, let me find smart reply. Wait. Here. Okay. So at the very end, so we have the vacation responder. It's not called auto reply. It's called vacation responder. So let's say your client is on a vacation, right? And let's say this founder or this entrepreneur is receiving important emails from the clients, and clients are expecting to hear back from them, but then they are not available because they have holidays, they have, I don't know, Idul Adha. And your role as a VA is to create an auto reply. It means an automatic message so that whoever sends an email, this email is going to be sent back to them. Automatic email will be sent back to the clients saying that, hi, thank you for sending your email. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, let's say, I won't be available at office from, I don't know, 25th of October all the way until 30th of October. Once I'm back, I'll be happy to respond to your message, right? So this is how we can create this type of automatic message. So we're going to vacation responder and we're clicking vacation responder on, right? So we're saying for Thursday, 25th of October. So today is 25th of October. And last day could be, let's say, until 26th, just one day vacation. Subject, hi, I'm on a vacation, right? This could be the subject. So immediately, if somebody sends me anything, the auto reply is going to be sent back to them. So I could say, hi, thanks for your email. I am on vacation. You can even indicate from 25th of October until 26th, something like that. Just it's not ideal, but as soon as I'm back, I'd gladly back to your email. That's it. Okay, so now we are going to only send to respondents in my contacts. No, we don't click this because we want anyone who reaches out to us to receive this auto reply. So I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay, so we are on a vacation, right? So now let's test it. I'm going to send for myself, not here. I'm reaching out to myself. Okay. Hello. When we have a talk. Okay, let's test. So I am sending. And see, I am supposed to receive an email. Let's refresh this. So I'm supposed to receive an email. I think it's on. I haven't received anything. Strange. Okay, so I think it's going to take some time, or maybe because I'm sending it to my own email, I haven't received anything. You can test it, to send to a different email, but usually there should be an auto reply that immediately responds back. And we can, double check if it's all saved. Okay, good. And once, let's say the last day is over, the auto reply is going to be off. Okay, so these are how the settings work. Let's get back. Okay, so this is basically how you can manage somebody else's calendars, right? By going to email settings and adding the auto replies, updating the clients about the vacations they're having. You can go to the emails and put everything in the labels. You can go and, like sort the important messages. How do you want the inbox type to be? Do you want your client to see unread messages first? Do you want the client to see starred messages first? And so on. So these are the basic foundational skills that you need to learn in order to be a great email manager. Next, we're going to the next phase, which is the calendar management. So the calendar management essentials include Google Calendar views, book an event, how to book an event, how to create tasks, how to color code events and tasks, the time zones, and the world clock. Okay, let's move on. So Google Calendar views. I will show you from my own email, obviously. So in order to access the calendar, we need to go to this dots on the top, and we need to find the calendar icon. This icon is going to take us to the Google Calendar. So let's say I've already prepared some of the agendas I'm having. So this is my calendar, and my calendar can have different views. So I can press this button above that says week, and it has different sorts of views, right? We have daily views, so it will only show me my calendar for today. We can have the week one, so it will show me the week ahead. We can have the monthly one, so it will show me my calendar this month. I can also see the yearly one. That's too broad. Not sure anyone uses that. We have only 4 days as well. Really depends on how you prefer. Maybe you want to double check some things. But usually people just go with the week, because the moment people, like the clients, the workers, they start working, they want to see what does their week look like, their Monday to Friday. So usually the week view is the most popular. Okay, so this is how you can access the views, right? Next, we are going to go to the create tasks. One of the most important things is how to create tasks. So in order to create tasks, what we need to do is, so let's say my client wants to finish some important project, and what you can do is, let's say my client wants to do it on Thursday. So I'm clicking, right? You can do it with 2 ways, either by clicking at the time slot from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., for example, as you can see. I can either click here and immediately be taken there, and then click the task session. And let's say financial projection, right? So this is the task for my client to finish the financial projection report. So now I'm going to click save. This is one way. Another way to create task is you just go to create button over here. You create task and the same thing, right? So your client knows that at this time they need to sit down and finish their financial projection report. That's how we create tasks. Next, what we have over here is how to book an event. So it's a very similar thing. For booking an event, we need to go, let's say the event is on Friday at 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. So I will press, right? And as we can see, the button here already says the event. So I will say, meeting with investors. I'm pressing meeting with investors. And usually this indicates that the meeting is going to be online, right? So if the meeting is online, you can actually add the guests. So you go below, you add the guests. So maybe you can just type their email. What is the email? I'm just going to type my own email. So my other email. So I'm inviting myself. And then this is going to be the link for the meeting. And we're just, what we can do also, we go below and we add the agenda. This is very important because some people, when you're booking their time, nobody has time in this world, right? Everyone is busy, everyone's time is very precious. So when you book someone's time, when you call someone's appointment, you need to include the agenda, meaning what are you going to discuss in this meeting? So let's say if this meeting is with an investor, I will type something like, I don't know, I will type, so maybe at first we're going to discuss about results of our company, maybe new model. Then we can discuss about future plans, proposals, something like that, right? So this could be the bullet points of the agenda. Then I'm clicking save, and when you're clicking save, you will be asked whether would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests, and I want to, so that I want the person to be notified that they're being invited for a meeting. I'm clicking send. So the person who I invited to needs to receive a notification, right? So as you can see here, it gives this sign, which is not complete, because it wants the person to accept. Okay, so somehow I rejected this for some reason. So the person, let's say this is my other email, the person needs to receive the notification, and if they can do it, they press yes. If they don't, they say no. So let's say that a client or the investor needs to approve this. Okay, so this is one. And another thing, aside from scheduling the events, what you can also do is schedule the personal activities of your clients. For example, your client, every morning, as you can see, your client has a gym. So what you could do is create, let's say on Wednesdays, there's yoga, right? On Wednesday, your client has a yoga. So I will create yoga, but the most important thing is I have yoga every Wednesday. I don't only have it this week. So what I will do is I will click the settings here, right? I will click here and it will show me more settings. So it's asking me, it says does not repeat. So if it says does not repeat, it means it's only once in this week. But this is not the case. I want the agenda to be blocked for weekly on Wednesday. So every week on Wednesday, I want this time to be blocked on the calendar of my client. So I press weekly on Wednesday. And then I press save. So when I press save, every Wednesday, right, the calendar is blocked with yoga, all the way until the end of the year, for example. Okay, so this is how booking an event works in calendar management. Next, another important thing that I want us to discuss is about color coding events and tasks. So how does that work? So the reason color coding is important is because it gives us different views, right? Because we will not get confused of so many agendas. If we color code the events, the tasks, this way our attention will know, okay, at this time I have this and that time I have that. So let's say I will arrange everything that is related to personal stuff. Everything that is related to personal stuff, I want to make it, I don't know, different color. So I will choose, let's say, this event, gym, I will go to settings, options. No, it's actually here. I will press edit event. And then below here, as you can see, there is an option, select event color. I will select pink. Everything that is personal, that is outside of my work, is going to be pink. Now I will save, and it's asking me this question. Do you want this to be pink only for this event or this and following events? I want it to be this and following events, so that everything that is gym with my personal trainer is pink. There we are. So everything has become pink, right? So for yoga, we can also change. Okay, let's say I have a meeting with investors. This is work related. And if it's something work related, I want it to be maybe, I don't know, some important color, green, right? So work related could be green. If it's something, let's say lunchtime, right? We also need to include lunch, very important. Lunchtime. So lunchtime maybe could also be pink because this is my personal time, right? So lunch, we of course need to put the settings that lunch is also something that happens every weekday, Monday to Friday. So we need to book the calendar every weekday, Monday to Friday. It's going to be lunchtime. There you are. Now we have it all in pink. Everything that is personal, everything that is outside of work is pink, and everything that is work related could be green. The tasks are always blue. We cannot change the tasks. Yeah, so it's up to you what color do you want to arrange. Let's get back. So next important aspect in the calendar management is the time zones. So why time zones are important is because perhaps your client works in Singapore. Let's say your client is from Singapore, the company is in Singapore, but he has customers that are based in London, for example, and he needs to know what is the time there right now. So he's not gonna go every time and check, right, on Google. So instead, it's way more convenient for him to have just on the site to have the time that shows what time is it in London right now and what best time that he can choose to have calls with those clients, with those customers or investors. Okay, so to do this, we need to go to the settings part, right? We choose the settings option and then we go deeper into settings. And as you can see, it says time zones on the left. We click on the left and then it says display secondary time zone. We need to click display the secondary time zone. So let's say the first one is, well, let's say it's Central Indonesia time. And the second one, let's say my clients are from Eastern Europe time, Kyiv. This is one of the, yeah. So let's say let's say my business is based in Indonesia, but my clients are based in Eastern European time, Kyiv. So yes, so this is it. And then I'm going to save this. There's no save option. We don't have to save here. We just need to click this. Then we need to get back. And voila, we have this on the left side, right? So it shows us my time, GMT 08, and it shows me the client's time. Let's say I want to book a call with my client, and I know that I cannot book the call with them at 10 a.m. my time because 10 a.m. my time is 5 a.m. their time. So I'm like, okay, I think the best time would be probably 4 p.m. my time because it's going to be 11 a.m. their time. So then it's going to be easier to book for you to your clients. So that's how the time zones work. Next, after the time zones, what you also need to master, what you also need to learn how to do is the world clock. As you can see in the picture here, right, we can also add through the settings different time zones of different countries, right? Let's say again, your client works with companies from Singapore, China, I don't know, like Hong Kong and etc. And it's really important to have a track. So same procedure, we go back to the Google Calendar, we press settings menu, we go to settings, and then we find our world clock. Once we press the world clock, we press the show world clock button, we put the tick over here, and then we add time zones. Let's say Central Indonesia time, Tahiti time, that's just an example. What else? I'm just randomly choosing this time. I don't know, whatever, Eastern European time. So we have 4 time zones to compare. Let's say these are my clients from these countries. And then I go back to double check, and voila, we have it on the left. It shows what time is it in those specific countries. And obviously, as I said, you don't choose any random country, you choose the country that are relevant to your client. Okay, that is clear for us. Now we're going to the next phase of this presentation. So the question is, can I master other email service providers besides Gmail? So as you can see, the basic foundational things that I'm teaching you is related to the Gmail, right? But you might be dealing with clients perhaps who use Yahoo, who use, I don't know, Microsoft, other email service providers. My answer is yes, you can, right? So the thing that you need to master is Gmail, because honestly speaking, most of the entrepreneurs, most of the companies are using Gmail. Gmail is the widely used tool, but there are some exceptions, of course. And for you, in order to be confident to master other email service providers, is for you to be confident to do the Gmail, because every platform, every tool has the same mechanism, right? You need to go to the settings. They also have calendar. You need to press here, press there, basically go to the settings. So that's why I don't want you to worry about it. I just want you to start a Gmail, to master Gmail, and other things will just become really easy for you. Okay, this is what is the concern. And as we are actually getting closer to the end, I wanted to give you like the bonus tips, the helpful tips, something that you might be wondering. So these are some of the frequently asked questions. The first question is, what should I ask a client when applying for a job, right? Perhaps you might be wondering what questions you need to ask them. Second thing is, what does the client usually ask the VA, right? What kind of responsibilities they give me? The third question, not the question even, is just a bonus. 3 tips to help students with calendar management. Okay, so we're going to debunk this. So what should I ask a client when applying for a job? So you need to have a really good communication and understanding of what the client wants from you, because every client is different, right? So some of the things that you might ask them is, will you handle their personal schedule as well, or only work schedule? Because some founders, perhaps they would want you to also handle their personal, their work related. So you need to really make this clear, understand what is it that they want. Second question that you may ask, what was their schedule like for the last 1 to 3 months, right? How was their schedule? Was it messy? Was it organized? If it was organized, you can understand the pattern. What are they doing usually in the morning? When are they usually available for meetings? When are they available for work? This will give you some understanding. If they don't have any schedule, they might tell you, oh, I do this and that. You can try to, talk to the client and decide how you can find a common, let's say, slot that is available for him, that is available for the client. You can basically discuss this and come to some conclusion, because every client has a preference, right? Some clients, perhaps they are more productive in the morning time, some are productive maybe in the nighttime. So again, it's very different. Next question is, what is their routine like? Again, this is super important. I don't know, do they go to gym every morning? Do they don't go to gym every morning? What are the things that they do? Where do they work from? All of these are really important. Next, do they want to have a full or partial control of their calendar, or they want you to fully manage it? So this is also really important to know, because some clients, they want to have a partial control. So they want you to do some parts, but they want to sometimes check back and see. that maybe they want to add something, they want to remove something. And some clients, they just want to have a full control. They want to maybe do it by themselves. They might just tell you, okay, you just help me to schedule the meetings, I will arrange the rest. So it really depends. So you need to ask this. And the other thing is, who are the people team that the client work with? So you need to know who are the people that the client usually works with, because that means that this client is going to have more meetings with them, more emails with them. Maybe it could be some investor, some other client, maybe it could be, I don't know, marketing department, head of marketing department. So you really need to be clear on this. Okay. Next question. What does the client usually ask the virtual assistant? So it's not the other way around. Usually, clients, I must say that they are really dependent on virtual assistants. They are sometimes such a mess. Most of the founders, most of the entrepreneurs, most of them are super unorganized. They're such a mess. So many things are going in their head, and they need this shoulder to lean on, and you are your shoulder. So they might ask you super basic questions like, what's my schedule like today and this week? Because they don't know, because they're busy with so many things, and they want you to answer them. And you are someone who is managing their calendar, you should know. Next, what's my availability today? You can tell them, okay, so at this time you have meeting with this investor, that time you have tennis class, this time you have, I don't know, you have the call with marketing department. You have available slot only from 4 to 5 p.m. Do you want me to book this? Blah, blah, blah. That's how you can go. Next, they can also ask you, can you make XYZ changes in my calendar, right? For example, they don't want to go to gym maybe at 8 a.m. and they want to say, okay, can you maybe assign me, move my meeting to this 8 a.m. so that I skip gym, or they might ask you, okay, can you cancel this meeting and instead put some other meeting, like these other things, right? Next is, could you schedule this event and invite XYZ attendees? You could say, hey, listen, I have an investor call, it's super important. I want you to book a call on Thursday at 5 p.m. with this investor and invite this person, and they will give you the email. And they might say, whatever other event that I had there, you can just cancel it, you can reschedule it, but this is super important. That's what they can tell you. So as a virtual assistant, you super need to be close with the client and basically be their leaning shoulder. That's it. And the bonus ones is the 3 tips to help students with calendar management services. So the tip number 1 is time management. Time blocking is super important for clients. So make sure to block their times, to color code their time so that they're seeing what's happening. Communication. It's very important to be proactive since their daily life might depend on the schedule that we manage. Exactly, right? They're really dependent on you, so you need to communicate with them to know what's going on. Stress management. So if VAs are dealing with C-level, their schedule can be super dynamic and it can change from time to time on a short notice. Again, if you're working with top C-levels, they can have this meeting here, meeting there, and they're all equally important. They have this task, that task. So they could be super stressful, and your job is to manage that stress, basically. Okay. So these are so far the tips and some of the fundamental knowledge about setting up the virtual assistant, expectations, as well as the tasks, the basic tasks. Next, we're heading to the task, your task, in order for us to test your knowledge, to see how you've managed it, and obviously to try it out, right? You can never fully excel at something if you don't try it. So once you try it, you can also use this as a portfolio for your virtual assistant services, and you can send this portfolio to your prospective clients. So task number 1 is email management. So what I want you to do is I want you to organize your own email. So by doing this, you have to unsubscribe and delete all the not important links. Unsubscribe from, I don't know, probably you're receiving emails from Shopee, something that you don't need, probably from Gojek, some, GoFood, something that, just cluttering you, unsubscribe. because you don't need it. It's like, making you basically lose your focus. Unsubscribe, delete the things that you haven't read first, or, something that is not important, delete. Sort your email according to labels. So again, everyone's email is different. Probably you have some labels for your clients, maybe the job interviews, maybe something that has important files. So make sure to sort your emails according to labels and color code those labels. And definitely sort your inbox type. How are you preferring to have? Do you want your inbox to show inbox type to be like unread messages first? You need to go to settings to sort your inbox type. Do you want it to be important first? Do you want it to be start messages first? Do it. And definitely add an email signature. Probably you already have your own company. Probably, you have your individual entity as a virtual assistant. So I want maybe you can add your name, maybe the Instagram page to your services. You can also add the logo to make it look professional. And for calendar management, I want you to organize your own calendar. So include your personal and professional agendas. It could include sports, lunch, meetings, work, interviews, and etc. And definitely make sure to color code your events so that it's more dynamic and it helps you to differentiate. And make sure to add time zones and work clock. Probably some of you have your clients in Bali, right? Bali is 1 hour away from Jakarta. So make sure to include. So let's say if you have already clients, you can add different time zones. If you don't, just add the time zones that you want to have your clients from. Let's say you dream to have a client from the US, at the US time zone. So it's your manifestation to get a client from the US, which is going to be really high paying client. So yes, this is going to be your task. Make sure to arrange it and include the screenshots. You can include the screenshots either on the Notion or on the PowerPoint as a portfolio. Okay. Yes, basically this is it for today. Thank you so much for all your participation, and I am excited to see you on our one-on-one live session. See you and bye-bye.